Wakey, wakey. Time to get up. Time to start your day. Are you ready? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rider Time podcast here on the Morphin Network. And we are here to discuss Kamen Rider Zeztz, Episode 3, Case 3, Erode.
Zeztz.
I'm still not used to the fact that, like, the episode number is part of the episode title.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck is going on with my camera?
Yeah. Camera looks fine.
No, it's on. Hang on.
Yeah. Yeah, where we last left off. Yeah, it's no different from my head is foggy. It's like someone set off a bunch of explosions inside of it. Yeah.
Well, we finally get like a question about, like, we're going to get an answer about. So, what exactly are the nightmares? Are they creatures that are dreamt of by people, or do they already exist?
Yeah, that's something I didn't fully understand. I'm still trying to understand, especially considering what happens at the end of this episode. Is it like a viral infection? Because, like, when you watch the ending of the episode, it's like, is there like a patient zero for like the nightmares, and then the spreads out?
Well, that we don't know. We legitimately don't know, because it all just kind of feels as though, like, it's kind of like how past series have had, like, the kaijins of the week are pretty much like part of a person or their desires or something like that. But in this case, it's like, okay, I'm kind of confused. Are these things natural, or do they attach themselves to a host that they like feel compatible with?
Yeah, like the No One worlds from Go Juger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's what I'm curious about. I don't know, Jake. What are your thoughts
on this episode? Or on the monsters, or what?
Like how the monsters operate.
That's honestly a good question. It's like, we're 3 episodes in and we don't know very much about them, but it's like, I don't know, like from the past couple of episodes, I kind of gathered since they're nightmares, literally. They obviously are like terrorists in a dream world. I kind of got the impression that they latched onto like a host or an individual person's, bad dream or nightmare, and were basically causing havoc in there, and they needed like somebody to latch onto or something. Like, somebody's dream to latch onto in order to exist or in order to cause chaos and havoc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's and what I find really interesting is that in the start of the episode, they mention the or rather, Agent Zero mentions that that there's a certain number of doors within a person's mind, and the nightmares basically open the doors. And once all the doors are open, they're trapped in the nightmare forever. But I have a lot of questions about that, not the least of which I noticed that Baku only had the one door in the first episode, but Fuji has he has 3 doors. And yeah, like, until I memorize everyone's names, I'm going to refer to the police officers as Fuji and Eggplant. And inevitably, there will be a 3rd police officer named Hawk. Like, maybe they'll show up in the next arc, but But I bet you there's gonna be a third police officer with Taka in their name, like Takatora or Takaharu.
You know, it's funny you should mention that because me and my buddy Brandon, we finished watching Gaim today, and he loved it.
And you just got to the Zangetsu movie. Yes. Part 1 of 3 of the bane of Steve's existence.
No, Gaim was not bad. It was just the unnecessary media that was like, what was the purpose? And like we said, the VSNX could have been added on there. I mean, Wizard had like 54 episodes. Why couldn't Gaim?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, they're like, no, we can't do that again. Either or.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I'm really confused about like why there's like why different characters have different numbers of doors. If they all had 3 doors, I get it. But like if they're gonna have different numbers of doors, it would be interesting because like maybe like one episode you're gonna have a character with 7 doors, but in another episode another person might have 2 doors. But then I have to ask, how is it determined how many doors a person gets? Because like imagine if there was a person who has 108 doors.
Well, I mean, does the number of doors allow, like, are they susceptible more to nightmares, or is it?
Yeah, that's another question to add on top of that.
It's kind of like, okay, so Baku has 1, Detective Fuji had 3, but it's like, okay, well, also the fact is that, I mean, why Fuji was the first one is because he was actually pursuing this.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't. It's not like he was just some random bystander, like like the sister or the detective girl. It's like he willingly pursued this. He didn't stop pursuing it. So it's like, okay, so did that cause you to open more doors to get like noticed, like by these creatures, or what exactly was your goal here?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, that's even the thing we ask ourselves in the past episode, but also this episode, because we get a little backstory of Fuji, of how he is seen throughout his career, and it's not the best light. He might be a police officer, but the people think he's a major wacko.
Yeah, he's Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, it's really, as Einstein once said, in the eyes of stupid people, smart people look stupid.
Oh, it's true. And sometimes you can become so smart that you kind of horse you back into stupidity. Like that episode of Rick and Morty, where both, no, not Rick and Morty, Mordecai and Rigby. Sorry, a regular show. Where like Mordecai and Rigby become ultra intelligent that the language that they end up speaking, like they kind of like, as they mentally progress, their language regresses back into Latin. By the way, just because you can speak Latin doesn't mean you're smarter, because remember, Latin is the primitive language. And yet we scientists use it specifically. But anyways, but then they become even smarter, and then they sound like cavemen in the eyes of the normies at the park.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of this story back from when I was in high school. In my class, we had this person who was by far the dumbest person I have ever met in my entire life. She did not know a lot of common knowledge. She was incredibly naive. I think she was sheltered. I don't remember what it was I said to her. I was like 15 or 16 at the time. But I remember I said something that was perfectly logical. And her response was, "That made no sense." It's like, are you that stupid that it went over your head? I really wish for the life of me I could remember what I said.
Mm-hmm.
But I assure you, it was something logical.
Yeah, no, like for me, it's like, okay, I had an ex who at 23 got a master's degree in English, but the point is, they got they definitely got some kind of laude. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's cum laude or magna cum laude. I just know that it was master's degree with additional honors of some kind. But the thing is, outside of writing papers, they were obscenely stupid. Like they did not know that their debit card needed a PIN number, and some places require you to put in a PIN number on your debit card. Some places don't require you to do a PIN number. And honestly, like, because I go in with the assumption that I do need to put in a PIN number, it surprises me when I don't. But this person's the opposite. It's like they were, for some reason, so used to making purchases that don't require a PIN number. I don't know how they got lucky like that. But then when they had to actually make a purchase at a place that required the PIN number, why am I even saying PIN number? Like the N already means number. God damn it! It's all about the chai all over again. We just talked about this yesterday. Okay,
yeah,
but when it does require you to use your personal identification number, there we go. They're like, what do you mean I need a PIN? Yeah, you need a personal identification number to make this purchase. It's a debit card. What did you think was gonna happen? And they're like, but I never had to put it in. So you don't know the PIN to your own card. How do you deposit money to your account? It's like obviously their parents are taking care of them. Both in terms of housing and financially, but like they make art commissions. If someone pays them in cash, like how do you deposit that cash to your bank account? Do you give it to your parents and they deposit it for you? Like what's going on here? Oh, and that's just one of many things where like, yeah, like you should already know this kind of thing at your age, like what's going on. Look, I'm not saying that like at 18 you have to know how to do a 1040 form, because let's be honest, a lot of people in their 30s don't know how to fill out a 1040. But I'm not asking you to fill out a 1040 at 18. I'm telling you that you need to know that your debit card needs a PIN at 23.
Yeah. Well, I've got 3 short examples of this person I just told you about stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're all short, so I'll make it quick. The first story is she is an 18-year-old girl in high school, and she didn't know how to spell the word left as an L-E-F-T. The second story
Wait. Left as in izquierda?
Yes.
L-E-F-T.
Yes.
Lima, Echo, Foxtrot, Tango.
Yes.
I just need that to be verified because okay, go ahead.
The second story is that, again, when she's 18, she was asked, maybe it wasn't 18. I know it was in high school, like late high school. But anyway, when she was asked what the impeachment of the president is, she legitimately thought the president gets peaches.
Not gonna lie. First time I heard the word impeach was from an episode of Fairly Odd Parents. Shameless plug to our interview with Butch Hartman. So like, you know, like when I first heard it, it's like, wait, so if removal from office is called impeachment, I'm glad that no one is going through impairment, which is a real word, by the way.
That is a real word.
Completely unintentional, but it is a real word.
Yes, which makes it even better. So the third story, amongst a bunch of other stories that I have, I could go on. But the third story is that when we were 15 and we were learning about, the other countries around the world and their customs and culture and whatnot, we eventually got to the Middle East and we got to Saudi Arabia. Now I knew full well ahead of time how women were treated over there. So our teacher, he is explaining how women are treated like property over there and so on. She legitimately gets pissed off and asks, "What? Why do they stay there? Why don't they even come to America where everything is better?" It's like,
because they need their husbands to give them permission. Did you not watch that movie with Sally Field and Alfred Molina? Granted, that movie takes place in Iran, but still. By the way, shout outs to the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia because he recently passed some new laws that give women a lot more liberties in Saudi Arabia. So, kudos.
Yeah, I could say more stories. They're like really facepalm worthy. It's just like by far the least intelligent person I have ever met, and their ignorance never ceased to amaze me.
Yeah, well, at least you're not dealing with a person who keeps saying in contrast when they mean to say in retrospect or in hindsight, and then when you correct them and say I think you mean in retrospect, and then they keep using in retrospect incorrectly afterwards. It's like that meme where like you have a bunch of Pokemon. It's like Pikachu, 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 Pikachu. Once you actually get to Pikachu, it's like Pokemon, Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's like I'm sure Steve got some fun stories too.
Well, I mean, the only one I have is someone I know or knew of the idiot.
Steve was frozen today. One of the nightmares must have gotten him. Okay. Yeah.
Crap! I don't have a Zeztz driver yet. Oh well, I'll just grab my Kabuto Zector. That's good enough, right?
I have a desired driver and a Kabuto Zector and a Gov driver.
But will any of those get us into dreams?
I mean, maybe. Oh, I know. I could use my Doran changer. I could use my Doran.
There we go. He's back.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, apparently a nightmare took you over.
I guess so.
Yeah, we didn't hear your story at all. So
yeah, no, it just short, sweet to the point. This meathead literally believed that the country of Canada was a planet, not a country on the planet Earth.
What? Canada? Planet Canada? They all end their sentences with A? Well, it's part of their language?
The thing was, and this was in like, I think this, like, again, it's one of those classes that's like such a random thing to say. I think it was in either civics or economics class, but we had a new student transfer from Vancouver. So it's like, oh, so they're Canadian. And this meathead was like, wait a minute.
What planet is that?
Yeah, no, he's like, wait a minute. I thought Canada was a planet.
How do you think Canada is a planet?
See, like I could play devil's advocate and maybe they were like trying to make a xenophobic joke where like any place outside of America is a different planet, just to like make fun of the distance.
I don't know.
But the fact that he straight up said, "Wait, I thought Canada was a planet." No,
he said out loud in front of everyone in class, and
I can't advocate for that.
It's like everybody heard it, and that spread around the school. And like what the whole BS was, I'm like, yeah, this is supposedly like one of the popular kids, which I never really believed that, but it's like, yeah, he everyone was really ragging on him, like for like until he graduated, like really, you got this far?
You know,
Of course, that actually reminds me, like, I do have one more story about that same girl. It's something that spread through the school like wildfire. If you're willing to hear it.
You know, I love how in the 8th grade English class, we all had to do oral presentations on different aspects of, you know, like the Russian Revolution, the Cold War, Lenin, Stalin, Trotsky, etc. You know, and one of my classmates had like a banner of like a Soviet banner, you know, with the letters on it, which stand for, you know, United Soviet Socialist Republic. And one of my classmates raised their hand and asked, "What does CCCP mean?" And I cringed so hard because those are Russian letters. It's not CCCP, it's SSSR.
Yes.
Yeah, it means Соединенные Советские Социалистические Республика, which means the United Soviet Socialist Republic, you know, or USSR as we know it in America. You know, I don't know. It's like someone could say, like, how does the phrase German Socialist Worker Party translate into 4-letter word? I'm like, well, it translates that way if you took those 5 words and translated them into German, which would become 4 words, and then you take the first letter of those 4 words, it will spell out that 4-letter word. You know, That's how language works. I mean, I was surprised to find that in Spanish, the word Linda means pretty, but in Korean, Shiba means something else. Imagine naming your daughter Pretty. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, oh man, this story is good. It is kind of raunchy though, so I'll try to keep it like as PG-13 as I can.
Right.
So you know, me and my guy friends back in high school, because of her lack of common knowledge. I'm sorry to say this, but we were like, "Do you think she knows what STDs are?" And so, like, gonorrhea. I'm sorry if that's too much, but you know, like. And then one of the younger students from a few grades below us hears us and is like, "I'll go ask her." So he goes over to ask her what the word I just said is. Not STDs, but the other word that begins with G. So
yeah, we figured.
And then, yeah, all right, just making sure.
Wait. Did she think it's some kind of GI infection?
No, this is even better. When asked what that is, her response was, "It's a type of butter."
Is it because
so that
it
spread
sounds
throughout
like, I know margarine sounds almost nothing like that word.
No, she legitimately thought it was a kind of butter, and it spread out through the school like wildfire.
Yeah. See, like I used to have a hard time verbally discriminating between Portugal and Philippines, but not because, but like the reason behind it is because visually there's a lot of P's. The P's. Okay, there aren't a lot of P's. Portugal only has 1 P, and Philippines also only has 1 P. But something about both of them starting with the letter P threw me off. So just like Sweden and Switzerland.
Well, there also was this time to where when we were learning same class that was learning about different cultures. You know, we got to Southeast Asia and the Philippines, and then when asked, "What country is this?" she's like, "It's the Philistines," and I'm like, "No, those are a group of people from the Bible."
Yeah, I think they meant Philippines.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it'd be easier if we just use the Filipino pronunciation, the Philippines. A lot easier. But yeah, the first sound is very tricky. But speaking of sweet dreams being made of this, and who are we to disagree? Baku tries to confront Fuji and gets thrown in dream prison.
Well, what did he expect was going to happen? Like, you're a wanted fugitive in the dream world, apparently, and we don't really know what exactly you did.
Mm-hmm.
Besides kill the gun nightmare, and now we're fighting against the bomb or the explode nightmare. So it's
I think the reason why he's a fugitive because you know how people are forced into certain roles inside another person's dream.
I guess Fuji
mm-hmm.
is like, I guess Fuji's just trying to be the great detective chasing after the renegade agent.
Well, I think it's more simple than both more and less simple than that. So, like, dream analysis says that dreams are basically amalgamations of existing information to give us an interpretation of some kind of reality that we have to figure out. So, like, we're going to perceive things inside a dream that's different from the way they really are in order to make sense of them. So in real life, we know that Fuji's searching for Baku because Fuji is actively trying to investigate the black cases. He knows that Baku is somehow involved with them, but he doesn't know how. So he has to chase after him to get the answers. Yep. So he interprets this, or rather the dream interprets this as Baku being a criminal that he needs to chase because to him, chasing after Baku is an interpretation of him chasing after the truth. But because the truth, it takes the form of Baku in the dream, he assumes that in real life he also has to pursue Baku because somehow Baku is a criminal if the dream says so.
I don't know. I just got some massive Lupin the Third vibes from how this was all playing out.
It could be a reference to Arsène Lupin, not even necessarily the Third, just Lupin in general. I mean, we had Power Ranger versus Lupin Ranger, so.
But yeah, no. For some reason, Baku is the component, the reason, and it's like, but Fuji, what exactly is it that? This is where I asked the question. So is this creature that's running around that caused so much destruction last time? Is this something that you created? Because again, it was literally attacking government buildings. It was attacking hospitals. It was attacking the established, the government established buildings, the establishments, pretty much. So it kind of made me wonder: do you not like your job as a police officer? Then why are you doing it? But no, that's not the case, which we'll find out. But there is some resentment. There is some, I get no respect, which is very, very, very true. But we have what's her face in this episode again.
Mm-hmm.
We have what's her name? Model girl, still being best police girl.
Yeah. Ride along police girl. Police girl. Hey, police girl.
Yep.
Hi.
Lopo police girl.
No. The other police girl.
Oh, that one.
Nem.
Nem, actually with Nem, it's like, okay, is this an actual person that's also dreaming? Or is she somebody who only exists in the dream world to guide people or something?
Well, that's very interesting because it does remind me of DMC Devil May Cry, where Catherine has to guide Dante in the demon realm.
But why is she specifically like, okay, Baku might have dreamed her, but why specifically is she here with Fuji is the question. Baku dreamed her to save her, which, okay, but at the same time, why are you here with this man that is probably like in his late 40s?
I have another idea. I have another hypothesis to answer that question.
The thing is also is that we have this whole thing about how she like respects him. You know, he's a very important person in this situation. I'm like,
you know what I think? I think we have a rabbit tank situation where if like she was created by Baku, but then like if she's inside someone else's dream, she takes up some kind of form involving the host's dream.
Don't know, but
like a somnambulistic version of rabbit tank or tiger UFO or wolf phone. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, more rabbit tank references to the nightmare that looks like a more monstrous version of Build.
Yeah.
I mean that's one of the questions I asked. I'm like, wait, why is she here of all the? But she has like no interaction with Fuji whatsoever, as far as I can tell in this episode. She has no interaction other than just putting Baku in the holding cell. But we do get some out of dream content with Fuji. That yes, he is looking into the black cases. He is trying. You know, his department pretty much is just. It's the joke of the entire police force.
Yeah,
he is considered the freak, the nut job, the conspiracy theorist. He's literally the Mulder without his Scully.
Well, he's about to get his Scully.
Oh, he has his Scully, but she got. Well, I guess it's the same thing with in this situation where even Scully was like, "This guy's fucking crazy. Why did you guys partner me with him?" I'm like, yeah,
it's demotion. That's why.
Yeah. Is it a demotion? I don't know. Or is it a promotion? I'm like, I think in this case it's a demotion because,
straight up said it.
We get a phone call from the higher ups telling Fuji to come and talk to them, and they literally said in that scene, the only reason why your department was around was because of my predecessor. But because now they're gone and retired, I have to call the shots, and we have to get rid of this department.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are you doing? You're wasting taxpayers' money. You're wasting valuable resources in what? In these cold cases that have, like, make no sense, that don't go anywhere, that are unsolvable. They have been unsolvable for years, and yet you still believe that there are little gremlins running around causing these disappearances, causing these damages, causing these murders because of what? You're having a dream? Fuji, I think you've been hitting the sake too much.
Yeah. But yeah, incidentally, Baku does find a third door, and he peeks through it, and I swear, this is a creepypasta waiting to happen. You know which one?
Okay, yeah, we got a creepypasta with Ultraman Arc last year. Now we're getting our creepypasta with Kamen Rider.
Yeah, but this is one that already exists. One that, believe it or not, I heard as a little kid before the concept of creepypasta was even an internet term. So, stop me if you've heard this one. A man checks into a hotel room, and he gets the key to a very specific hotel room. The owners of the hotel room tell him, along the way to your room number, there's going to be a room. Do not peek into that room. But along the way, he gets curious. He looks into the peephole, and he sees a pure white room with a pale white woman dancing in the middle of the room. He goes back to his room, sleeps for the night. Then on his way out, he decides to take another peek at the door, at the peephole, and what he finds is nothing but blood-curdling red. Later, when he checks out, he tells the owners of the hotel that he peeped through the hole, and then the owners tell him that a woman died in that room. She was pale white, and her ghost had red eyes.
Yep, I've heard that story.
Yeah, basically, the second time when he looked through the peephole was looking back at him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this totally reminds me of that because like even Baku's face turned red.
Well, the whole thing is that Baku has that whole thing that he has to talk to Fuji in real life, you know.
Mhm.
But when he goes and tries to find him in the police department, no one knows, or they're not like they can't really tell him where he's at because apparently the interdimensional paranormal department of the police has been disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those budget cuts and whatnot. But here's the thing, though. We did last week. The bomb literally caused a lot of damage. That news reports have been talking about it. How these random explosions happened. There was no sign of gunpowder, no vehicles, no residue of any sort. So how did these explosions happen? And like I said, it's all in hospitals, in front of the police department.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a bunch of police cars. And we left off where it was Fuji. Now, we would assume in most cases, is Fuji doing this without him knowing? No.
Mm-hmm.
No. You see, because Baku winds up finding out that the bomb does exist. He is there. He actually sees him and he's like, what? But the bomb is there because he's also looking for Fuji.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have this whole conversation in the dream world because Baku has to run back home and go to bed. There's even a scene where he has his bed outside for some reason in the rain.
Because it was too pressing for him to go all the way home. So Agent 7 brought his bed to halfway. It's like that episode of Lightspeed Rescue with those fly traps.
That is a famous like background scene that they've used many a times for many rainy scenes. Who would have known?
Oh yeah, like even in Akiba Ranger, it looks like.
Yeah. But yeah, we find out that in the dream world, we find out that Fuji tells Baku that my department has been gone. I'm seen as a failure. I'm a sham. I'm this and that. But it's like, why? Why do you have to you're a police officer, right? It's like, I know, but it's that whole like the bump and grind of the workplace where it's like, you know how many people like dream of being like something in life, but finally they get it, and then the workplace is just toxic as all shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this case, it's not because he himself is or the people around him are bad. It's just kind of like that's kind of a random thing to have in a police department,
Mm-hmm.
Paranormal and extraterrestrial.
Yeah, I mean, if it was the FBI, then I can understand there being a paranormal division.
Police department, and I'm like, they even gave him a truck and everything. I'm like, okay, all right. But because of what happened in the real world, I guess Fuji finally just gives up. It's kind of like what happened. It's kind of like what happened with Oz in our review last time, where the dream is now broken. You're no longer a cop. You're no longer anything. And the bomb pretty much calls out to him, telling him, I'm here. Come with me. And I was like, wait. So Fuji didn't create you. What is it that you want from Fuji? Well, the damn bomb opens up like a fucking door or like a crypt and just takes him inside.
Yeah, his body literally opens up like a door.
Yeah, like at least with like Deno, like they open up like a zipper.
It literally opened like a damn tomb. It's like he just split down the middle and just like a door, like a sliding door.
Mm-hmm.
And Fuji goes in, and it's like, So what now? What happens when that happens? Oh, the bomb is now stronger
They're in real life.
and actual physical. It actually enters our reality, and
so we go from Nightmare on Elm Street to Freddy's Revenge.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's also, I guess, could be also the Dream Warriors as well. But yeah, we have that whole like. So wait. So what happens if I kill the bomb? Will I kill Fuji? Will I do something? I don't know. Ask Agent 7. Ask your
Agent Zero.
Ask Zero. Ask Otto Vagin. What does he think of this? I don't know. He's drinking tea that's like gasoline.
So gasoline chai.
So I'm like, why does a bike need chai?
Yeah, we could call it chizine, like benzene.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, oh yeah, no. Well, again, that's the thing that nightmares do. Basically, they get you at your lowest, they get you at your worst, and if you're compatible, then you basically become their doorway into the real world, so they can start causing problems. So pretty much, it's like a nightmare is nothing without a host. It's literally a parasite relationship that they have. So if Fuji did not give up, the bomb wouldn't be out and about causing the problems that it is, which, yeah, it's, again, blowing everything up. I'm surprised it wasn't blowing people up.
Yeah. Yeah, also creates this dreamscape where, like, everyone's looking up and there's purple butterflies everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, and I think, what was that, Shibuya? Or what was it, 26? I don't remember what it's called, but yeah. What was going on there? Just, purple clouds, and just it looked like hell had just opened. But yeah, we have the moments where Baku wakes up in his bed in the rain, and it's like, come on, we gotta go. Like, wait, I could do this in real, like, for reals out here. Yeah. Who says you can't?
Yeah, who said you couldn't?
But I can only do it in my dreams, though. Yeah. Do you not know the theme of this show?
Exactly.
If the bad guys can do it, then so can you. So let's go. Are you actually gonna be a bike this time, or are you gonna do that dumb joke you did last week? No, I'm gonna be the bike. Okay.
Yeah.
But so Baku again has he doesn't get a new upgrade this time around.
No.
He just has the same transformation one, but I think in this time he actually utilizes it 100%.
Yeah, like you see, like his muscles are like expanding during the transformation. We didn't see this before.
It's kind of like Kiba Ranger and Die Ranger.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder who inspired this whole big bulking rubber arms and everything like that. I wonder who inspired that.
Kiba Ranger.
Yeah, he's basically Mr. Fantastic in this episode.
But yeah, he literally became Mr. Fantastic. Like, I saw the whole thing, but then again, I did see him like doing a certain pose that for a show that was not popular but became popular 5 years ago. But it has nothing to do with this. I don't know any bouncing rubber people besides Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, you mean Elastic Man?
Oh yeah. But yeah, I will say that Baku actually went full out using big rubber hands, rubber arms, like flexing his muscles, using his legs as maces and whatnot to wreck this bomb. And I kind of wondered to myself, okay, so if you kill the bomb in real life, does that mean Fuji dies as well?
Yeah, I think that's what we've been asking like the whole episode. Oh, one thing we did not mention in the last two episodes is one thing I appreciate about like the LEDs on his visor slowly going up is that from a certain angle, when he transformed in episode 2, it looked like he had eyelids and they were opening.
It's like with someone opening their eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like the non-lit LEDs on his visor are like the eyelids. So as like the pink parts start to rise, it's more like
Like
You know, it all makes sense now because let's see.
he's waking
got
up.
He's got the red glowing parts on his suit like thighs, and they say, "Open your eyes for the next thighs."
Ah.
Coincidence? I think not. Plus, he's got auto budging 2.0. So,
Yeah.
wait, don't please tell me we're not getting another Kusaka in this season.
Please no.
No.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is I was thinking like, what if we took the song "God Boost" and then made like a version of it for Zeztz? It's like if I fall asleep and I would try to make a dream where you and I would start to hold hands and reach for the sky. God snooze, God press snooze. And then like after you get to the through the first course, you know how like in God Boost they do that part of the dance? It's like press snooze, press snooze, press snooze, press snooze.
Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't even gotten an opening for Zeztz yet, which is kind of shocking.
Yeah, that's another thing we did not mention. 3 episodes in. Well, I guess these first 3 episodes are basically a prologue where it's like episode 1 is how he gets his powers. Episodes 2 and 3 is how the overall formula is going to work out for the entire first arc, at least.
Right.
Yeah, I heard in episode 4 we'll get the actual opening.
Yeah. I need to survey like which episode does the opening start for certain seasons, because there have been certain seasons of certain shows where we just straight up don't see the opening for a couple of episodes.
Yeah, I remember that happened in X-Aid.
Yeah. Oh, I remember in Gaim, for some reason they moved the opening theme to like literally the middle of the episode. Not the start of the episode, not 5 minutes into episode. I mean literally 12 or 13 episodes into the episode. And you know what? Power Rangers Beast Morphers has been doing that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But let's see what else. What else is there? I guess we saved Fuji.
Yeah.
I guess we did.
Blew up the guy, and there's purple butterflies everywhere. Well, I'd say not so much butterflies as much as there's spores. Well, but we have one butterfly.
He did the rider kick, which is obviously the 3 Z's, obviously.
There's 3 Z's or 3 7s. It's a play on both of those things, because when you think about it, Zeztz is kind of like O's, where it's literally the letter apostrophe S. So like O's, there's 3 letter O, letter O 3 times, O's. Here we have the letter Z 3 times. But the thing is, Z is how we say it in America. Everywhere else in the world, it's Z. So it would be, so if we had Z 3 times, then the plural would be Zeds.
And plus, they're also trying to catch some Z's.
Honestly, I think with what all this that happened now, like how is the police department, how is everyone supposed to like not believe Fuji at this point now?
Yeah.
Like, no joke. Like that whole scene, especially One Nightmare, did all that. Imagine.
The same way that one chick in Trakina's Revenge said, "Now dear, there's no such thing as monsters."
Hold on, I got this.
Monster came out and grabbed my mommy.
Now dear, there's no such thing as monsters.
Yeah.
Shut up. What place do you think you're at?
Apparently,
I mean, if it
not
was
in
early
Mariner
on
Bay.
into season 1, I would, Mighty Morphin, I would understand it. But we are like 7 years into Power Rangers at this point.
I mean, look,
Well, 8
you
seasons.
can't. You can't use Mighty you can't even use Mighty Morphin as an excuse to be ignorant because literally the first episode you have Rita Repulsa riding around on her tricycle while moving buildings around, and
That's true.
we see Goldar just wrecking the city. We see news reports of monster attack. There are monster attacks going on throughout the city. Five mysterious heroes to manage to defeat the monster. We here at the news station shall refer to them as the Power Rangers. I assume, there's no way that's Channel 1 news from How I Met Your Mother where there's only 4 viewers. And then in episode 39 of Mighty Morphin, they literally have an annual holiday called Power Ranger Day. And then season 2, Power Rangers appear on a talk show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so where was this lady? Is she just super in denial or what?
And let's assume that Mariner Bay is nowhere near Angel Grove. Let's say Mariner Bay is off in the East Coast. Okay, Countdown to Destruction was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking, there's no way that you have an interplanetary conquest in a single day, and you only invade one city in the entire planet.
That's true.
Yeah, and again, and let's assume nothing else happened prior to Lightspeed Rescue. Let's assume for a moment that Mariner Bay is super far away, that there's no way of knowing anything that happened the previous 7 seasons. Okay, you live in a city where there's a giant aqua base that rises from the surface of the bay in order to summon a bunch of giant trains that ride around through the entire city. Monsters are attacking the same city. The Power Rangers are public figures where everyone knows their names, knows their faces, run up to them for autographs. The little girl from the same building you work at literally shouted to her mom earlier in the same episode, Mommy, look, it's a Power Rangers. And you see a yellow Jeep with 5 civilian-looking people driving off, only for there to later be a giant aeronautic vehicle dropping water bombs on a burning building, and then coming out of that is a celebrity aeronaut who's signing autographs to a bunch of civilians.
Mm-hmm.
And then you mean to tell me that 5 minutes real time later, there's no such thing as monsters.
It's like, lady, where do you get this logic from? Especially since Mariner Bay is attacked on a regular basis.
Seriously, honestly, I would love to figure out who the script writer for that episode was. Hope that they're still alive. Hope they're in LA. Meet them and ask them about it. How does this one anachronistic person have this position? Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I'm curious. Trakina's Revenge. Meanwhile, you got Nux being like, okay, whose dream should I invade next? And then we have a devil's advocate moment where the entire crowd of people just disappears. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, by the way, one thing we did not mention about that episode of Lightspeed Rescue is that most buildings don't have a 13th floor. Don't know why.
Mhm.
But again, it's superstition, but still, it's like, let's see. If I can remember right. Oh, yeah. The second error is literally the thing I just mentioned. No such thing as monsters. The fact that Mariner Bay alone had been suffering repeated monster attacks throughout the last few months, and that there are other monsters in the franchise that should have alerted her about the existence of monsters. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really curious who was the writer of that episode. Because it's gonna bother me. It's really gonna bother me, But yeah, like, go on to your thoughts about the episode of Zeztz.
Well, it was interesting to finally see a fight in the real world. Interesting to see the nightmare open up like a friggin' door tomb thing. So I guess we can learn that it's one of those situations to where somebody might be the host for a monster, but as soon as you defeat the monster, the person that's latching onto is set free and fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a fun episode. I've been enjoying that so far, so I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
All right. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, now with what's happened, no one should question Fuji or anything like that. I mean, even though the sister and Detective Girl didn't have much to do in this episode, we do actually get to see that they confirm what is going on. The sister with Baku and the Detective Girl with Fuji. So now it's like, okay, what's next? And of course, that mysterious doctor did show up in front of I guess it's a quarter moon or a half moon, something, but it looked like someone took a bite out of the moon.
No, what happened was, if you played Sonic Adventure 2, there's a scene to where the Space Colony Arc shoots the moon and destroys like 2/5 of it.
Yeah, and that becomes a plot point in Sonic X.
Yeah, with the egg moon.
Yeah, the egg
So
moon.
pretty much, what is going to come of this? What's going to happen now? I don't know, because the next episode for it is called Case 4, and it's called Raw.
Yeah, for me, I give this episode an 8 because we're left with more questions than answers at this point. And I'm gonna be honest, part of the issue for me is the fact that, like the way Tokusatsu has been like playing these episodes, it feels very blurred because of how like it's just keeps looping over and over. And then you can't just get a good moment to just pause. I mean, they now let you pause, don't get me wrong, but it's just the fact that there's no like start and end to the YouTube video you're watching it off of. It's like, it just feels like you're just watching the same episode on a loop, and it blurs to the point where it's like, you're not really getting a good sequence of events, like, well, or rather the antecedents of like how they progress from point A to point B, because I needed to rewatch episode 3 a couple of times. And again, I think it's because they're just looping through the episode over and over again.
Yeah, they honestly should have just done what Super Eye is doing with Ultraman Omega. Just upload the episode.
Because like when I watch Ultraman this way, I never have that issue. It's only when I'm watching Zeztz.
Yeah, it's like, again, Toei, your competition is doing a better job of distributing their tokusatsu than you are.
Yeah,
okay, I can understand for like the whole Power Rangers thing because of Hasbro, but that's a different topic of conversation.
Yeah, look, I understand baby steps. Maybe next season they're going to like go full Tsuburaya and like archive the episodes instead. And I get it. It's like, and I get it because it's like, let's be honest. After the season's over, they will announce the Blu-ray for Zeztz. And yes, I
Hopefully.
will and yes, I will purchase that Blu-ray. Don't get me wrong. By the way, interesting thing. The reason why the Kamen Rider Blu-rays don't include the movies is because you actually have to get like a separate licensing contract for the movies. It's like, by which I mean the TV show is a separate contract from the movie itself. It just so happens that when you have Ryuki, the movie in the Ryuki Blu-ray, they have the license for both the movie and the TV show. Two separate licenses. They have both licenses, and they are utilizing those two separate licenses by bringing them together into one Blu-ray set.
Yeah, I heard that because I remember years ago, like, when the Sentai DVDs were still being released, they said that the reason why like the Versus movies aren't included is because that's a separate license.
Yeah. That's
So
also
that makes
why
me
Geats
wonder.
doesn't come with 4 aces.
That makes me
I don't
wonder:
think
is that the same for how Subaraya and Mill Creek distribute the Ultraman licenses, or the DVDs and Blu-rays? Because a lot of them come with their they come with their movies for said series. So I'm thinking, is that also a separate license, or is that a part of the package deal?
Yeah, so yeah, and that brings me to Subaraya because it makes me wonder, like having the separate licenses, is that a Japan thing or is that a Toei thing? Because like I know Japan has its own copyright and distribution laws that are different from the copyright and distribution laws here in the US. But with that in mind, I do wonder, like, is that the reason behind it? And then Tsuburaya has no problem giving that license to Mill Creek and Shout Factory, or is it or is it strictly a Tsuburaya thing where like, oh, like we have a singular packaged license where like, yeah, like the movie is inclusive of the TV license.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, I'm no lawyer. I know I was told I should become one. People are disappointed that I didn't become one, but no, like television law is very interesting because it's like I do want to know why are my favorite TV shows distributed the way they are and not the way I want them to be, assuming that they don't completely overlap. Like Ed, and Eddie. Like I want to get Ed, and Eddie, the complete box set, but if it doesn't come with Big Picture Show, no deal.
Yeah, that's really weird how it, like, I have the Ed, and Eddie complete series DVD. It does not come with the specials or the Big Picture Show. So is it really a complete series?
It is not.
Then again, you know what? That actually something similar happened to like the first Ben 10 DVD box set that came out. Like apparently half of Omniverse was missing.
Really?
Yeah. So
Wait.
they heard that they released a new version of the Ben 10, the complete series that has, all 4 series in it, and Omniverse is complete. But it wasn't at first.
That's very odd. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, how do you miss half a show in a complete series DVD set?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not like it's just one of the 4 shows. It's all 4 shows together. That's my understanding. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, the original Ben 10, Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I can't find the back of the Kamen Rider Geats Blu-ray to determine if it comes with 4 aces or not.
I have the Geats Blu-ray. I can just grab it.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
All right. All right. Here I have it in my hand. Whoa. Hold on one second. It just almost fell out. Give me a second.
All right.
Oh, I forgot how loose the discs are in this thing. Jeez.
All right.
Okay.
Let's have a look-see.
There we go. All right. So here it is.
All right.
And then here's the back.
All right.
Now I know it'll be easier if I just take a look at it and show it on there. This is how I watch Skits, by the way.
Okay.
I watched the whole thing on here.
All
It
right.
does not come with the movie. It's just the series itself.
Darn. Because 01 does come with the movie.
Yeah.
Ryuki also comes with the movie. What's it called? Kuga doesn't have a movie. So no issue with it not coming with the movie because the movie doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm very like getting knots like thinking about like the lack of the summer film.
Yeah. I watched the whole thing on here. It does reference like the movie, but
because episode 44. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's nowhere to be found on here. It's not included. Doesn't even say that it's included. If it did, that would be false advertisement.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure because, like I said, like sometimes it would at least tell you that it comes with the movie, but like, but the thing is, it's like you have to actually like see it somewhere on the product page. Yeah, but you know the product page on Amazon isn't quite clear, which is how, with the exception of Ryuki, Amazon's how I got all of my seasons of Kamen Rider.
Yeah. Well,
Ryuki, I got at the disc trader.
Yeah, and get this. You might not have known this, but the episodes themselves on the Geek Blu-ray, you think they would have been like from the Blu-ray masters? No, they're the TV masters.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they use the episode. I mean, yeah, I know it's the exact same content, but yeah, the episodes that they put on here straight up are the TV masters, the ones that aired on TV in Japan.
So like you're gonna have that number on the upper corner, right?
No, it's not going to be there. But get this: the superhero time, banters for Dawn Brothers and King Oger are on.
Yeah,
this
I did notice that because whenever I watch it on Tubi, yeah, the Dawn Brothers clips are there at the beginning of every episode. So needless to say, it probably confuses a lot of people. Like, who are these five guys? Why is that CGI dog tiny? Why is that CGI bird so tall?
Mm-hmm.
Could be worse. Can you imagine if it was like one of those older seasons of Superhero Time where they give a synopsis of the episode? It's like Superhero Time. Damn good, so good. Daitenku.
Oh yeah.
Potato. Agito. Tornado of Souls. Here we go.
Yeah. Like from what I've heard and the information that I've gathered on the Geek set, which don't get me wrong, I'm very thankful that we got another season of comic, especially a recent one. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
But
a lot of people were shocked by that.
Yeah, but apparently, like Toei asked for a high price for it, and kind of requested that they had the most recent season at the time that was completed to be released. And what else? This just kind of, for an official product. I mean, yes, I know Shout Factory and Discotheque, they have to do with what they're given. But the thing is that as nice as this gives me some serious Malaysian bootleg vibes, because you look on there, it's the poster for Geets, and if you look to the side right here, you'll see there's some Japanese text.
Yeah. The Japanese. Yeah, I saw that Japanese text on the Amazon product image just a moment ago. I'm like, is that Japanese text supposed to be there? So I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, apparently, for some reason, Toei doesn't provide Shout Factory and Discotheque with a lot of official artwork or poster work or anything. So they kind of give them the bare minimum.
Yeah. So that's a thing apparently. Yeah. But yeah, so the point being is hopefully Toei's gonna ease up a smidge and let us watch the next season archived like Ultraman. But given the conversation we're having today, I have my doubts on that. And again, it's like I wish a certain anonymous person or group of people would be able to help a homie out, but I know they don't want to get on Toei's bad side again. So I totally get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still really thankful that, Discotheque is, giving us Showa Rider shows, most of them at least, other than Ichigo. But
it feels weird that they did skip Ichigo. I'm surprised that even Shout Factory didn't even get on that.
Yeah, they could honestly release it like this, but since it's got twice the length of a regular season, just have it be double the thickness of this, and then you're good to go. But I mean, other than the Discotheque thing, I hope that Toei can let Shout release more Heisei and Rider seasons, because there's seasons from those eras that I would love to have.
Yeah, but it is what it is. So on to the comments. All right, Triple XRZ, the door theory is interesting. Yeah. Let's see if we get more verification on that. You guys making fun of people from your past makes me miss the Scrub Lounge from the pre-COVID days. Still remember Jan's answer to what was the weirdest food you've eaten. Okay, I'm gonna have to explain this to the two people that were not part of Scrub Lounge. Okay, so back in the day, Leo would have his own Twitch channel, and there was a show called Scrub Lounge. Not a fan of the name, because Scrub is a reference to one thing that's totally a Leo thing, and the lounge part is totally a reference to a thing that pretty much half of this channel's people were part of, but I wasn't. I always have to remind Jen specifically that I wasn't a member of this group. The only reason I was at the pool parties was because I was Leo's +1 and no other reason beyond that. Yeah. So yes, please stop asking me if I'm going to an obligatory meetup for this group, because I'm not a member of this group, and therefore I would not have received an invitation, and therefore I would not know that it was even happening, much less me actually attending it. If you're a member of it, you do you. If you want to go, you do you. But with that in mind, so what was this podcast about? Basically, if you're familiar with The Click, the YouTube channel, The Click, and how he watches Reddit posts, that's basically what our channel was, except it's very unhinged. And because it's after dark, it's really spicily unhinged. I'm not saying there's not safe for work content, but there's definitely not safe for work language. But with that in mind, there was a time when we would read ask Reddit questions, and then we had to respond to them. And one particular episode, we were asked, "What is the weirdest food you've eaten?" So Leo and I, we had pretty based answers. Like things like we've had arthropoda and reptilia and whatnot. Like there's all kinds of weird food that we've eaten that's legitimately weird, but it was probably palatable. Jen's answer was the weirdest food she's eaten was a salad. Yeah, the weirdest food she ate was a salad. I'm not going to go into further details, but then she follows up with, let's just say the way she said it, the next part. I'm not going to repeat on this channel. If you want to hear how she actually said it, go to the Scrub Lounge Instagram and look for the highlight. That's as far down the rabbit hole as I'm going to take you. You're going to have to dig you the rest of the way down. If you know, you know. Leo, if you're watching this, you definitely know. But that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm not going to throw Jen under the bus. But yeah, no, it's like, no, it would be fun if we got back to doing that. Just like go to Twitch, strictly Twitch, or Kick, because that's the new platform, and then just go back to doing like that Reddit type discussion show that we used to do back in the day. There was an episode where I was dressed up as a member of Kiss. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that episode of Lightspeed Rescue does keep me awake at night. and just so you guys know, Chip Lynn was the writer. So I really hope he shows up at a convention so I could ask him about it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next Nightmares Rider motif is going to be.
That's a very good question. If that's even the intent that they're going for.
Yeah, assuming it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
because like the bomb one that looks like Build, it could be just a big coincidence, but we'll see as the show goes on.
Yeah,
Totally
and the gun nightmare. It's like, yeah, like it says it has a color scheme of W, but it only has W's color scheme because it's just green and black. That's not enough to go off of.
It look more like 5s, in my opinion.
Yeah. But yeah, who knows? Maybe when we get some verification on that, we could probably get a good look at it. I'm gonna rewatch the trailer for a second just to see if it's a crow themed nightmare. I'm not seeing any resemblance to any like older Rider seasons. But who knows? Maybe if we see more of it, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a reference to Kiva because of the whole Fangires having a bird motif. I don't know. Come to think of it, I don't even remember any main Riders ever having a bird motif.
I know that was one of the concepts for Gaim, but it got dropped because Bandai specifically requested the fruit theme.
Yeah, let me think, because like there was mostly bugs up to Kabuto. So let's see: Train, Pumpkin, Barcode, Cyclone Joker. I mean, O's is 1/3 bird. Yeah, so we got one.
And there is a Tajadoru form, so
yeah. But even just the fact that he's a Tatoba, like he's got the hawk head, okay.
Yeah.
But let's see. Rocket, Ring, /Dragon, Orange, Car, me. No, really, that's literally what it says. Ore.
Yeah.
Let's see. Platformer. Rabbit Tank, Clocks, Grasshopper, Dragon, Dinosaur. Surprisingly, it's the first time we have a dinosaur as the main writer. Let's see. Fox, Grasshopper, and Train. And then finally Gummy Bear. So I guess O's is the only possible writer it can be. But unless I see some red, yellow, and green in there, you're going to have to do a decent job explaining that. Unless we're going to say, oh yeah, we're not going to discriminate. This is definitely going to be Jin from 01. Yeah. Alrighty. Bro called Geets. It's called Geets, but it's pronounced Geets. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, you see, Gates is the secondary, right? Yeah, that's how you pronounce it in GO. No, in the show, if you watch it and hear it, they clearly say Geets.
Yeah, even the announcer voice, which uses an American accent, says, entry, Geets.
Mm-hmm.
Geets, ready, fight. Or even in superhero time, King Oja, Kamen Rider Geetsu. And yes, Geets is based on the word Kitsune, which means fox. So no, this is the whole Mega Ranger thing all over again, where like I'm waiting in line to meet Mike Chat back in 2016, and I'm listening to the Mega Ranger theme song. And then, like, some woman is like, it's not Mega Ranger. It's not Mega. It's Mega. I'm like, no, it's Mega. Did you not actually watch the season? First of all, if it was Mega, then they would have used the Japanese characters Mika with the apostrophe.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's an actual name for it, Handakuten, although I think that's a circle one. But the point is, you have to add like a line to it, because basically the way Japanese works is you have like unvoiced consonants, and then you have and then you add that apostrophe stroke in order to make it voiced. So pa becomes ba, or ka becomes ga.
So is it Power Rangers Mega Force then?
Power Rangers Mega Force. Ironically, it would sound less stupid if they called it Mega Force. Granted, you're gonna have to explain what Mega even means. But yeah, no, even in the theme song, like the singer says, Oritachi Mega, Mega, Mega. And even at the beginning of the song, it's like Denji Sentai, Mega Ranger.
Yeah, or it's up there with like people who are Sentai fans, but they're too lazy to look up what the actual pronunciation of the character's name is. So I've seen people, for name a couple examples, call Change Dragon Change Red and Ryu Ranger Die Red. It's like, guys, you can easily look up roll call pose videos on YouTube, and they say their names in every episode during their roll call.
It seems easier to just use name of season followed by color, which is a pattern most of the time, but not all the time. And heck, in some seasons, like Go Ranger and Ninja, they use the Japanese colors. So Aka Ranger, Ao Ranger, Ki Ranger, Momo Ranger, Midori Ranger.
Gorinja.
Yeah, and then like in Ninja, it's Aka Ninja, Ao Ninja, Ki Ninja, Shiro Ninja, Momo Ninja, to the point where like even the thing just like adds, like says the first character of the color and ending with Ja. It's like, Aja, Oja, Kija, Shija, Moja, Ninja.
Yeah, so okay, look, if you're a newbie to Sentai and just getting into it, then I could understand why you would think that. But if you're a Sentai fan for a certain amount of time, there kind of is no excuse for any of that.
Confidently incorrect. And in the case of Mega Ranger, keep in mind the reason it's called Mega Ranger is because it's technology themed, and at the time, megabytes was one of the biggest denominators. Even if gigabytes existed back then, they were so rare that there was really no point calling it Giga Ranger. But what's really funny is that when I first
it was almost called Giga Ranger.
If we waited a couple of years, it could have been called Giga Ranger. Denji Sentai Giga Ranger, but now it's going to be called Denji Sentai Terra Ranger. Even 01 did a bit rise, byte rise, kilo rise, mega rise, giga rise, Terra rise.
Yeah, Mega Ranger originally was going to be called Giga Ranger. They should honestly use that name again. I mean, like they've done that with past Sentais before, to where they used a scrap name for a future series.
When I first heard Ginga Man's name for the first time, I literally misheard it and thought it was called Giga Man.
Yeah,
which would have been appropriate. Mega Giga.
Yes, and interestingly, although you can definitely see it from the designs, Masked Man was originally going to be called 5-Man.
Yeah.
And then they eventually used that name a few years later.
Yeah, Goggle 5 was originally going to be called Go-Go 5.
Yes.
And then they actually made Go-Go 5.
Yeah, and Ginga Man was going to be Gao Ranger, but then they scrapped that because of Gao Gaigar, and then just used Gao Ranger eventually a few seasons later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or like with, apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard even Kosok Sentai Turbo Ranger was originally going to be called Gexo Sentai Car Ranger.
Yeah. Either way, we had a Ginga Man in 5-Man.
Yeah. Okay, so, if that whole thing about Turbo Ranger originally going to be called Car Ranger is true, it comes full circle because Car Ranger's American adaptation would be called Turbo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, maybe someday you're going to have Power Rangers Nitro.
Yeah, and that they could do that for Boon Boomger.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and it could be used as a sequel to Power Rangers Turbo. Just like how Beast Morphers was a sequel to RPM.
I'd be up for that.
I still can't believe that Beast Morphers is, in fact, a direct sequel to RPM. It's one of those things. Yeah. That would have actually been interesting, a sequel to Power Rangers Turbo. Yeah, you could even make Justin the Red Ranger, the Red Turbo Ranger, the Red Nitro Ranger.
Yeah,
or the Violet Ranger. Who knows?
Yeah, or you could even make him, the American Boon Blue.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, there has to be there would be some way that to use, and heck, he could eat Alpha 6. Oh, is Steve okay?
He might be having technical problems again.
Yeah. But either way, yeah, what's it called? Yeah, even Alpha 6's programming could be transferred to Bundario.
Again, fans coming up with better ideas than Hasbro.
Yeah. No. Now I'm hyped for a season that's never going to happen.
Yeah, because the fans be cooking.
We be cooking. We got the sauce. And we got the spice. All right. But yeah, that's it for the comments, guys. We hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We got Ultraman X. I'm just kidding.
This is the third time you've done this.
No, this time I did it to mess with you.
I know. This time I know it was a joke. Because first you said orb, then you said arc, Now you're saying a season, 2 seasons we already did.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's Can you imagine if I said we're gonna do Ultraman G?
Well, it'd still be something different that we haven't done yet.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's man. If I made that joke back when we were doing Kamen Rider Geats, it would have been hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah,
Geats
no, we're gonna
and
do
Geats.
Ultraman Tiga again.
Yeah, yeah. It's dynamite. But yeah, no, yeah. So Ultraman Omega, Kamen Rider Zeztz, Kamen Rider O's. That's right. We got 2 plurals of 1 letter. The Z's, sorry, the Z's and O's, they haunt me. The great day will scan me. The nightmares come. Z's and O's. Okay, I'm done. And of course, number 1 Sentai, Gojuger, which has a hospital themed episode this week. Yeah, those are our 4 shows. Please be sure to check them out. We are at 3K, so that means we are going to do the Power Rangers movie very soon. And on top of that, check out our sister channel, The Butter Show, where we just recently did the review of Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1. And on both channels, we got many interviews and vlogs to spoil you with. Most recently, we've been going at it. We got interviews with Bruce Heinsus, Brandon Mejia, Paul Giddens, Richard Brana Catasano. That's right. Today, we uploaded our interview with the Green Mystic Force Ranger. Please be sure to check that out. And who knows what interview on either of these 2 channels we're going to see, because we got like more than 20 interviews left across both channels, because we got like 12 of them just from ToonCon alone. And yes, speaking of ToonCon, we did upload Butch Hartman, so definitely check out that interview. Lots of content for you this week, and more to come, and even more to come throughout the rest of 2025. If you want to say hi to us in person, you can, because we will be at the Pasadena Convention Center both on January 25th for Pasadena Comic-Con and August 28th through the 30th for Power Morphicon. Just in time, because we just had a Mystic Force Ranger interview, and Mystic Force will be celebrating its 20th anniversary. We hope
20 years of Plan Xander.
Yeah. Isn't it ironic that the one time Plan Xander actually worked, it wasn't Xander who used it? It was Vita. Vita's the one who used Plan Xander. Anyways, with that in mind, where can the people find you guys?
You can find me at youtube.com and Twitter at AxelRanger.
Yeah, on IG. Thank you so much, guys.
And you can find me on Instagram at Bouken_Kabuto. And with all that said, guys, we love you guys. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Update your emergency kits. Hug your loved ones. And we hope to see you again real soon. Goodbye.
Good night.
Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh.